Hello and good evening to Rebuild DeFiChain. I'm very happy to be the host today. My name is DZ and the topic is Jellywallet. Maybe the one or other remember there was a CFP about 9 months ago, and today I have Santiago presenting this community project on our Rebuild format. But before we start with the topic and go into details, please give us a like, subscribe to the channel and click the bell button. This helps the project and the algorithm on YouTube. And then, with no further delay, I switch to Santiago and say, hello, good evening to this
Hey
show.
Daniel.
Cool.
Hey Daniel, thanks for the invitation. Really a pleasure to be here.
I'm very happy because you were now the first one after a long time to say, hello, I want to be here in your show without a current CFP, and that's the format. So everyone out there with a community project want to be here, present what you are doing, feel free to contact me or Lord Mac, and we will arrange such a Rebuild show. But then let's start with Jellywallet. I mentioned it before. 9 months ago you made a CFP a long time ago. Maybe you can summarize a little bit what happened in this long period, and then we have a deeper look into the Jellywallet.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for that. So 9 months ago, I I set up the CFP to create a web wallet for DeFiChain. And looking back at this time, I just had the idea that it would be really cool for DeFiChain to have a web wallet. I mean, web wallet is something that people, for sure, crypto people are really used to, right? So when you look on Ethereum, on other blockchains, like most of the things happens actually in the web itself. And I mean, for sure, if we look at Web3 and all the development and the protocols out there, just people are really used to using web wallets. So I had the idea, this would be super cool to have this for DeFiChain. Maybe I can do something about that. I mean, I'm not a programmer, so it was a tough task. And I started to do research. So I actually spent months. I think it took like 3 months or something like this to really find a team which is capable of doing that. And Daniel, like, this is a really tough task. I really tried to get a German team on board, and you don't find German developers. It's so crazy.
I can imagine it. The market is. It feels like empty. Yeah, no one is out there. Everyone is busy with their own project. Okay, and then you found someone where?
Exactly, in Ukraine. So I found a company, and this company has a lot of resources, and they also have freelancers they work with. And one of the freelancers they partnered with is now working full-time on Jellywallet together with another freelancer. So we started the project with this company. Nowadays, we program everything just together without the company in between to save costs. But so really happy. We had a lot of issues in between when we started the project. It was it was still like the very beginning of DeFiChain. So we had no Jellyfish SDK, so software development kit. There was no Ocean, or Ocean was at the very beginning. So you couldn't like do almost nothing with it. And we started to build on the Supernode infrastructure from the Saif wallet, the team over there. It's always also a thing you have a look on from cost perspective, like not to build everything from scratch new. This is a waste of money. And then Saif team stopped and abandoned their services. So we changed to Ocean later on. The Ukraine war came in, which was a really tough situation for the team. But I'm super happy that we managed to get to this point. And I think we have a solid foundation where we can release the beta version and go on.
Cool. So not the easy way, not the straightforward way. You made some slingering courses, but now you are here and present beta version. You mentioned it. How should we proceed? Should we jump into how it looks like? Do you want to talk a little bit about the background?
Yeah, we can have a look on the wallet itself, and I think on the go I maybe tell a little bit about the backgrounds and what we do. And if you have questions, just feel free to ask me everything. Right. Or also the people in the chat, feel free to ask.
So I will have a look on the chat and switch to the screen share. Here we are.
Yeah, so Actually, when it comes to Jellywallets, I'm really, really happy that I have the announcement for today that we finally made it into the Google Chrome Web Store. So Google approved Jellywallet. So yeah, this is a game changer. We have our own landing page, which is jellywallet.io, where we could like download and beta tester could download the wallet over there. But now you can just click here on download and you get redirected to the Chrome Web Store, or you can just basically search for Jellywallet in the Chrome Store, and then you have you can install the wallet here. So I already installed the wallet, so definitely I'm not going to remove this for presentation purpose now. You could just basically click on it and it's super, super fast install. This is one of the really cool benefits about extension wallets, that it's super easy to set up. And then you can just pin your wallet here in the corner, exactly like we have this with Metamask. And you see that it's pretty similar. And this was always the goal. So people coming from Ethereum, coming from the DeFi space, they really should feel comfortable using Jellywallet and have the same experience. So yeah.
Cool. So now officially in the Chrome web store, so no need to register somewhere to test. Everyone can download it, but only for Chrome or for any other browsers.
This works for Chromium-based browsers, so you can also use it on Brave.
Okay.
Honestly, I need to also do some deeper tests on Brave. I got the report from one community member that he had some slightly issues on Brave, but from my experience, it also works really, really good on Brave, and technically there shouldn't be a difference.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe let's have a quick look into this. So I already set up my wallet now. So normally when you open up this for the first time, you would have the classic screen where you can set up the wallet, you get the 24 seeds, and which is really, really cool, and also something that took a lot of time since the seed architecture of the DeFi chain changed also in between. We upgraded the seed architecture as well to the current architecture from the Light Wallet. So you can use your normal seed from the Light Wallet on the Jelly Wallet. So basically you're free to use both wallets at the same time without issues. Still, like a little disclaimer, we are talking with Daniel Kagara and also with other community people to make some sort of security audit for Jelly Wallet. So just in case you're like managing a lot of funds with your mobile wallet, maybe start with a smaller amount on Jelly Wallet first, until we have all the security audits and some people checked everything, just to be like super, super safe here.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the first look. You have some sort of graphic here. We maybe exchange this in the future, but this is just the first version of the UX. You can select between the assets that you're maybe holding. You see how many of this currency you have, and also the US dollar value or the euro value. And then you have the really clear structure that people are used to from Metamask. So people can just click here, receive their funds by copying the wallet or using the QR code. People can send just by pasting the address and selecting the asset. You can go and use the decentralized exchange pretty easily here. And yeah, we have some slightly loading animation here. And what is really, really cool, and I want to really emphasize this, because people on DeFiChain maybe look to this and it's like, okay, yeah, liquidity mining, this is pretty normal, right? I mean, we can do liquidity mining in all the wallets, but having liquidity mining in a web wallet is something which other people are not used to. So normally when you are on Ethereum, you connect the Metamask wallet to a specific protocol, and there you start liquidity mining. And on DeFiChain now, people have a really, really cool experience because they just download the wallet and everything is within the wallet. This is always something that is, for me, kind of exciting when I look at native DeFi, that you're not just jumping between all those protocols. It's like everything in one place. So I really love this. Yeah, you can see here how many balance you have in the wallet, how many is invested into the pools, and you can see an allocation. So in which pool do I have invested how much amount of money? And we can also for sure go here and maybe do just a transaction. I will just remove some liquidity here so we can have a look on how this looks. Just going to confirm this, and then wait a little bit. Something that we're currently working on, which is not implemented yet, is exactly for this moment. So you saw this, that like the button gets on pending and it gets gray, but nothing happens. And we're about to work on an animation that indicates the people that something is happening in the background, and just give it like a moment.
Okay, and the delay is because of communication to Ocean, so it felt not like waiting for a block, because okay, and then here we have waiting for a transaction.
Exactly.
Looks like in the Light wallet.
Yeah, this is inspired, and I mean, I really love this, and I also want people from Light Wallet feel comfortable using Jellywallet, and I also want them to discover some sort of similarities. Okay, I know this from the Light Wallet. This is the same how it works on Jellywallet. So we try to merge this like for both communities, which is special for Jellywallet, which is really, really different to the Light Wallet, is that you don't see the difference between UTXO DFI and token DFI. So you only see DFI, and Jellywallet does all the transaction between UTXO and token like fully automated in the background. We're still optimizing this, because this sometimes, of course, since it's a dedicated transaction, brings a little bit of delay when people execute a swap, or when people send, and the transaction needs to be done before. So we're working also on animations there, and just some indicators to make this more visually.
Okay, maybe another question. So you directly pushed the swap button and no need of putting in a pin or something else, so security aspect available.
Yeah, so right now at the moment you just put in your passcode. So you have the seed, and the seed is stored locally and is encrypted through your password that you choose and that you put in the beginning. And in case you, for example, leave the wallet like this, there's an automated lock function which locks your wallet, and you can also manually lock your wallet in the menu. You just click here, and then you can lock it. We may be, and this is something that I also need to discuss, for example, with Kagera and also other community members, and our developer team, if we want to go for a dedicated, if we want to force people to insert the passcode before every transaction. This is like on Metamask, you don't need to do this, but maybe we want to explore this for Jellywallet in the future.
Okay, understood.
Yeah. So this is the extended mode. You can also open Jellywallet in the full tab mode, which is for me pretty cool. I always prefer the full tab mode, but I know that also a lot of people just use the small window. You have all the frames exactly the same from the logic. Nothing changes. It's just bigger. And what is also similar to the Light Wallet is that you have single address logic behind the wallet itself. So you can have different accounts which are then connected to always one specific address, which makes it easier for tax purposes to make the analysis later on, and has some good structure for the users.
Okay. Cool. So maybe one question from the chat. I just pin it here. Regarding export seed and private key, will it be possible in future export private key on Jellywallet, or is it available?
To export the private key, it's not available right now. You also cannot have a look on the seed again. So I mean, it's basically the same, but you cannot export the private key either. You cannot see the seed. I think we are going to implement this. Yes, I think this is important for people who maybe don't take it as seriously when they set up the wallet and they want to read this out later on. So yeah, we're going to implement this.
Okay, so and from the feature side, we have for sure receive and send every token. We have the DEX for swapping and liquidity mining. And the vault and loan feature is not available in Jellywallet, right?
Exactly. Right now, it's not available. We're exploring this. So this is how the liquidity mining page look, where you have all the pools here, and you can also search for a specific pool if you want to.
That's very comfortable.
Yeah, this is cool. We are exploring how we're going to integrate vaults and loans. And I'm going to be honest here, like I'm not the biggest fan of vaults and loans because it bumps up the UX. significantly and make things complicated. And Jellywallet always will be aiming to have a really, really simplistic wallet, to be a simplistic wallet. So we are exploring some sort of opportunities maybe to create a protocol, which would be a website, for sure, open source and decentralized. But you would have all the additional functionality maybe there. So you, for example, connect Jellywallet to the protocol, and then you can have a deep dive into all of functionality of DeFiChain with vaults, loans, and maybe deeper analytics and maybe more. But this is just like, maybe we also integrate this like natively directly in the wallet. This might be possible. But keep in mind that the purpose for Jellywallet is always to be there for new users who are basically just saw a YouTube video, then they click on the link, they install the wallet within a second, and then they just want to play around, send, receive, and earn money with liquidity mining. And this is what the average user does on DeFiChain. So, yeah.
So goal is never to reach a 100% feature complete. You want to build in maybe 50, 80%, which the most users will use. And that's fine. And for every advanced user, they have to switch over to other wallets like the Light Wallet. And a good thing I remember is you are using the same address generation or private key generation. So you can use both. You can, for your daily checkup, use the WebWallet, Jellywallet, and if you change something on your vault or loan, you use the Light Wallet, right?
Exactly. But not saying that this is nothing which is set in stone. So it always also really depends on the community. Like if 80 people of the Jellywallet users want to manage vault through the wallet, we will definitely going to implement it.
Good.
Working on intensively right now is the integration of websites, bridgers, and also DFX. So we're going to, and I already have done all the frames for that, integrate DFX with a complete own UX. So we're not going to redirect to DFX to the payment page. We're going to insert everything natively. And we're also working on building some sort of library app that people like that building other projects, for example, like the DeFiChain bridge from Kagera or other protocols that may come up in future. They can just pick up Jellywallet on their own without me giving the permission, and just enable the integration into their website, so people can connect the wallet exactly how they could do this on Ethereum, for example.
Cool, sounds great. Yeah, the bridge to BSC, that would be amazing. If you can just press a button and then hopping from one to the other blockchain like a vision.
This will be. This is the vision, that you can connect this, which is cool. I mean, this is just like a fun gadget, but you can rename the accounts. I like this a lot. So you can, for example, if you are doing this for your, I don't know, maybe your wife or your kids, you can set up accounts and just, I mean, you can also do this on Lightwallet, right? But you just cannot rename it. I like this. And the last feature, which is like on our main focus, is hardware wallet integration. And
that was also a question. Maybe I showed here hardware wallet connection for verification is planned as well instead of code. Question.
This is super important, because I think it would increase the security tremendously, since browsers are always not as secure as desktop or mobile applications. From my know, I mean, I'm not a developer, but from what I heard. So we're definitely exploring that. There are two things which are really tough. So first of all, Ledger and Trezor are not like optimized for integrating DeFiChain. So we have to make intensive research on their side if we have all the capabilities to integrate them. Since DeFiChain is a fork of Bitcoin, probably it will work, but we're still doing research on that. And I don't want to promise this before we are not like 100% sure that we can do that. And but this is something we are like aligning a lot of capabilities now and resources, which is
Okay, so I think work enough for the future. We should also mention, you have to implement maybe the one or other feature in future which comes to DeFiChain. It depends a little bit on how many people will use it, I think. Options trading, I don't know if you want to implement the now available future swap in the Light wallet. So here you also have a kind of base load.
This is true. This is true. I mean, the development of DeFi chain is fast, so it's a tough. it's hard to keep up. But since we are now, everything that we build right now is written within Dart. Dart is a programming language which comes from Google. It's kind of new. It's a cool and really interesting project, and it's powerful. But we are going to make some sort of modules out of the code. So we are going to like all the functionality which is available now, which will be converted into some sort of modules, and then we can program new modules with TypeScript, which is the Jellyfish SDK, and then we can, in simpler words, we can use the infrastructure better, which comes from the core team. So this will make things easier in future to integrate them and to be faster. And also we're, I mean, I cannot promise, but we're in really, really good conversations with a really, really talented senior engineer to maybe also join the team.
Okay. So then I make some notes on my own. That was not the last Rebuild show. I will come back again in a couple of months and we have a look. Anything else you want to show today? Explain maybe what do you need from the community? Do you have some requests to them? Everyone should now try it out, or?
What would be really cool, so this version is way, way better than all the versions before. Jellywallet is way faster. It's way more secure, and everything is working pretty stable. But sometimes we still have some API issues. For example, that communication with Ocean is not working 100% smooth. And these are errors that are not appearing like that you can reproduce. So you need people to test it, because if I do this like 1,000 times, it maybe occurs once. So I don't know, do we change something? Maybe not. But if we have a lot of people testing, it's super helpful. So we have two things. If you download the wallet, if you're happy, we would be super happy if you rate it on the Chrome store. This helps us for Google ranking, Google search, everything of that. And also just share your experience. How does it feel using the wallet? Is this something you would really consider? Or is this something you say, no, this is like, I will never change. I will always be in the live wallet. And if you are like this, then please tell me why, because this would be super helpful to learn for me how I can like make this wallet the really go-to wallet for new users. And this is it. Yeah.
Okay. Good. I directly want to raise a feature request. If you can put in a selector for which Ocean infrastructure the Jellywallet should use, that would be really cool, because I know that my DeFi chain is working on a kind of independent Ocean infrastructure as a fallback solution. And then we have a second wallet with a second source, not relying on the first infrastructure source. So completely independent, and this makes also the complete ecosystem more secure if you have not to rely on single persons, single entities, AWS servers, what else?
Yeah, this is definitely something we will do, and actually we already done. So not completely, but for example, we had an issue with a specific API which came from the testnet. And this affected us in having the issue that people couldn't restore their wallet. Just because this specific address within the testnet couldn't load properly because of the API. So we integrated a part of my DeFiChain's Ocean API already in there. And as fallback solution, now it works perfectly. And we're definitely going to extend all of that to all the functionalities. I'm not sure if I'm going to add the opportunity to select it, or just put it like natively as fallback, like just automatically. If Jellywallet reaches to Ocean and Ocean is not responding, then it automatically changes back to my DeFiChain Ocean and then does the transaction.
Yeah, maybe for simple usage, it's the way. I'm the more experienced one, and I want to select what is used, but clear. We have another question from Christian Peterson, our main guest on the shows. How I can see what version the Jelly have. So you have now Jellywallet open. Can I see which version it is?
Yeah, you can go to your extensions in this menu here, just by clicking I don't know what's it called in English, but anyway, this the extension menu, and then you see the version over here. And I'm not as like I'm getting used to all the details of the Chrome Web Store, but for what I've seen now, Jellywallet will update automatically. So you install it once, and if I roll out a new update on the store, it will automatically get also updated on your end. This has a benefit, but also a downside. So if we make an update which maybe has an issue, you automatically get the issue. But if we make an update which is really, really great, you automatically have a really great update. So I will dive into the details. If we can put some settings over there, then people can maybe select if they want to have automatic updates or not. I will explore that. In case that this is not possible, we will open up a dedicated test group where we test like every single update at least like 14 days or 30 days before rolling out on the Chrome store.
Cool. I just switched to another screen back. So do you know how many installations we have out there? Is it tracked in this Chrome Web Store?
Yeah, so in the Chrome store, it's tracked since I made the announcement today, and I also shared this today, the first day within the Telegram group. I didn't check, like probably just a few. We have 200 people in a Telegram group, which is really, really cool. I think we have, I don't know if every one of them tested it, probably not, but I would assume around about 50 to 100 users. And I think it's a really, really great start. And, I have some really cool plans with Jellywallet that I didn't talk about tonight because I can't, but you will definitely be hyped about it when it's the time.
Yeah, then please keep us up to date. Give us some information for the news show, and we update the community. Maybe some numbers. How many users do you have after 1 month, after 2 months, regarding the download? So you don't know how many are really using it, but just the download number would be great. That we just see it's a live community project. 9 months ago you started, we learned the way was not the straightforward one. Today we see a beta version available officially in the Chrome Web Store. Everyone can download it, use it. I think the biggest first step is done, and now a lot of others will follow.
Exactly. And maybe just as last thought from my end, I mean, the code is open source on GitHub. So if any developer is watching and you want to contribute, you can always do a pull request, right? If you have a look on the code and you have a really good idea, or you see an issue, just make a pull request. You can also contact me, of course. I'm also available outside of GitHub. But so this would be cool.
Cool. Then there were 2 other questions maybe. You can answer it. So for sure it must be here. Firefox support, is it planned in the future?
Yeah, definitely. So I think we will aim for all the browsers except Edge. Like I don't think I will work for Edge, but I mean, Firefox is different from the inner architecture. So we will definitely check on the workload if this is like worth the money. You always need to consider this since the team is getting paid. Is it worth doing that, or better developing something else, something new?
Cool. And another question. Is it possible to use the desktop DeFiChain wallet passphrase with Jellywallet? So it seems like a long-term community member, because the passphrase is a long time ago on the desktop wallet. Currently we are using this wallet.dat file, which is encrypted. So what do you say here?
Yeah, so you can use the same code, but it wouldn't be connected to your full node wallet. So and you like cannot restore the full node wallet on Jellywallet.
It's like the same between Light Wallet and Desktop Wallet. So there will be a generation of private keys and addresses, but they are completely different. And then you don't see your funds. So it's not compatible. You cannot use it.
Exactly.
And I think it's also not worth because it's a different thing. Cool. That's all from the chat which I saw now. Then half an hour is also over, really fast. Thanks a lot, Santiago, for joining and showing us the project. I come back to you, I promise it, in future, and we will have a look what happened then. Everyone out there, please give us a like if you watch the show later, not live. It's worth. We should support every community project. That's our strength. And yeah, if you have a community project, contact us and we make another episode of Rebuild and show the world what's happening beside the core developer team.
Definitely. Thank you very much. Thanks, Daniel, for the invitation.
Then everyone out there, have a nice evening and see you soon. Bye-bye.